Heyo everybody, Haku here with part 2 of 19 Jump Week. This time we're going to have Don't Blush Sekime-san Chapter 21, Blue Box Chapter 10, ITLC Chapter 20, and 9 Dragons Ball Parade Chapter 18. So yeah, again, as always lately, there's no need to do a long intro because I'm not caught up. I'm still just on the marathon here. But yeah, this is going to have the second to last chapter of ITLC and third to last chapter of 9 Dragons Ball Parade, winding down to finishing out both of them. So either way, I guess let's go ahead and start things off with Chapter 21 of Don't Blush Sekime-san. Okay, so jumping in to Chapter 21, we have an adorable color cover, as we always do. I love her little pen. Nobody knows that we match. Alright, and now we have seat change. Next to Sekime-san, next to Sekime-san, thinks Takadono. Yay! You're number 20, Takadono-kun. Guess I'm in the back. They're carrying their desks. Ah, I'm behind you, Miyakajima-kun. Let's have fun. This way I can have you. Give me a facial massage anytime. Are there any areas that need special attention? We'll be sitting next to each other, so let's get along. Yeah. And we just have them embarrassed and blushing beside each other. I can't believe I actually get to sit next to Sekime-san. That kind of reminds me of the special gear that racehorses wear. Blinkers, maybe they mean blinders. Piece of equipment that, then again, I don't know anything about horses. A piece of equipment that focuses a horse's field of vision so the horse is better able to get focus on training and racing. You're going to burn a hole in me if you keep staring that hard, Sekime-san. Sorry. She's embarrassed. Ah. And they both bend over and clonk heads trying to pick up the eraser she drops. Both get embarrassed and then hold their heads, reacting afterward. Okay, that's all for today. Phew, this is bad for my heart, thinks Takadono. Huh? Takadono-kun and Sekime-san, your pens. The chupacabra pens we bought on our first date. It's a pen. They're the same as mine. The Delinquent and the Chupacabra, right? That movie was totally awesome. Yeah, it's a timeless masterpiece. Sitting next to each other is embarrassing and I can't relax. And I'm so happy. They're so cute. I love this series. For today's class, you'll be working in pairs, with whoever's sitting next to you. Sitting next to each other is a heart-racing joy. So if we go straight into that next chapter, that's going to be really, really cute. Okay, I love this series. As always, I absolutely love it. It's always, that took me, 2 minutes to read? It's a very, very short read, but it's very fun and enjoyable. So, yeah, with that out of the way, I guess I'm just going to jump straight into Blue Box Chapter 10. Alright, on to Blue Box Chapter 10. Let's see what we get now. It's kind of our first little milestone for the series, so, yeah, let's go ahead and start reading. Great practice today. Somebody got the shuttlecocks? What time do we meet tomorrow morning? 7. Yuck, whose shoes are these? Good job, see you tomorrow. Nishida's. Taiki. Regional preliminary start tomorrow, right? Says Hina. Try not to get too excited and embarrass yourself by tripping. Butt out. Ask Kyo to record you. I've been meaning to ask, but it's not like that. Oh, okay then. But seriously, don't get too worked up, says Haru. I'm your doubles partner, so there's no way we'll lose. You're certainly confident. And you just have to make top 16 in singles next week. I'll be fine. I'm definitely stronger than I was before. I might be in the top 8 or top 4. Then I might as well say this now. You forgot your racket bag. I really like Haru a lot. I like the concept of them succeeding as a doubles unit more than the single stuff. I'm more excited for that, you know? Why are you only telling me now? I was wondering how long it'd take you to notice. I'm gonna go grab it. He runs off. Taiki, make sure you pack your uniform, and you better not forget your shoes and racket. They're packed. I bought you some energy gels, or do you need them? I do. Maybe I should pack some extra snacks for your teammates. You don't need to do so much. For some reason, looking at my mom now reminds me that I really am her son. Are we actually going to get parent development? Which one? This one? This away, that away? Adorable. How many towels do you need? 8? I don't need those. I've already got everything that I need. Thanks for my uniform. You sure? And then he spills water on it. Taiki! And she goes Oni form. Get it in the wash. I hope it'll be dry by tomorrow. Get me a towel. And he's just laying face down in bed. What is wrong with me? Even if this is my first match of high school, I've played in tournaments before, so why am I so nervous? I like this way of showing that he's nervous. Like, just this really, like, nice understated way of not just, like, him comedically shaking and jittering or anything, but, like, just things like him forgetting his bag, him spilling water. Calm down. If I enter the match like this and lose over a silly mistake, I'll never live it down. There's no reason to feel so much pressure. And he just yells into his pillow. Sits up. Starts practicing. When I get to worrying, I get to working out. I'm going to nationals. I've got to keep sharp. You're practicing this late at night? It's still a little chilly. Chinatsu-senpai. I just felt like moving around. Taiki, your shirt's inside out. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't attached. Off we go. And then she blushes. Huh? Oh, sorry. Chinatsu-senpai. She doesn't mind getting changed herself, but this freaks her out. So, Taiki. Yes? You have a six-pack, huh? Well, that's what she brings up? Must be because of all the strength training you do. By the way, Haku also said you're getting jacked. But just because I have muscles doesn't mean I've improved at badminton. And then she looks surprised. Wow, talk about being humble. I wouldn't call it humble. Taiki, come here. What is it? Hyakue. She taps him on the head. Huh? What? It's a pressure point on the head. Pressing it's supposed to relax you. There's no point in freaking out the day before. And it's a fact that you've been working really hard for this. Don't think about anything else. Just go out there and show them what you've got. Got that? Yeah, it's true. This pressure point works. Plus, you've still got next year and the year after that. But in 2 years, she'll be graduating, won't she? You'll get even better than you are now. That's not good enough. Huh? Good night. All right. And again, I think it actually, I wonder if this is going to, again, I may be giving the story way too much credit here, just judging on how it's gone so far. But it could be a story of how, like, he's putting too much pressure on himself. And once he sort of gets over that and accepts that Chinatsu can like him even if he doesn't succeed at sports, then maybe he will actually be able to succeed at sports when he's not just being too overbearing on himself. But we'll see how things go. Alright, let's go. Looks like you got over your nerves, says Haku. I don't have time to be nervous. You don't say. Sounds good. Again, I love Haku. One of my favorites. Alright. So I guess we'll see what happens next time. I really, really loved this chapter, giving more development to the main couple and, like, actually having them have some, like, growth in conversation and stuff. I think that's really, really good. I feel like we haven't had those two together having this kind of growth together since, like, way towards the beginning, which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, really isn't that long ago. It's only 10 chapters. But either way, guess I will go ahead and move on to ITLC. Okay, now we're on to the penultimate chapter of ITLC, chapter 20. Really, again, still bummed that this is going to be ending in one more chapter. But I guess we'll see this chapter, whether this is just going to be like a sudden cancellation, it's just going to drop off wherever it was at, or if we're going to spend these last 2 chapters wrapping up the main story with the one writer guy. But either way, I endgame ship Ioi and Mar, and that's just the, or I guess now she's Mamiye. Yeah, totally ship them. That is my end game right now. So let's see what goes down with Chapter 20, Blast. We have signed Myochin Station Police Booth. And this is the guy, maybe? We have a bombing, I guess. Mr. Sekon, I made a bento box. Would you like it? So adorable. Again, I'm just so upset that we're not going to have any more IOE. That is the biggest loss to me, is no more IOE. Like, the series itself, it was pretty good. Like, I like ITLC. Is it like the best? Not really, but I like it a lot. And one of the biggest reasons I like it a lot is just because IOE is brilliant. She carries it. Miss Iowe's giving me a bento box. What's gotten into her? Is it poisoned or something? It's chock full of love, not poison. Did she just read my mind? You didn't have to, just for me. For you? No, silly. I made it for the Dine and Dasher arrested the other day, but I got turned away, so I'm giving it to you. It'd be a waste otherwise. I can't allow that, ma'am. Sounds like bad karma. Mr. Saikon, you said you like octopus-shaped sausages, right? I'm surprised you remembered that. Of course I do. I also remember you work out at BB Gyms, or 88 Gyms? Can't tell. 88 Gyms, maybe. You even remember the route of my gym pilgrimage? Amazing. Risa, Sakon, can you hit the streets? Huh? But I'm not done sorting the books. You told me to file them in Japanese alphabetical order, Chief. And we haven't had lunch yet. Those can wait. We have a case. Alright. Wow, it's quite busy. As I explained on the way over, the culprit is holed up in the police box with a bomb. Here's who reported it. Myochin Station Police Booth Officer Yamaguchi. Hello, sir. Yamaguchi? Sakon? Right, you both joined the force at the same time, if I recall. And then he looks at sparkling, gorgeous, amazing Best Girl Iowie. What a cutie. Care to go someplace private to get to know each other better? Just get to the explanation already. Well, you see, after I finished sweeping outside the box this morning, a man came staggering up. Curious, I tried to address him, but then... Hey, Yamaguchi, you forgot your cap, you moron. Myochin Station Police Sergeant Yodobayashi. This is why I hate dealing with young punks. What the? And then he just gets exploded. Okay, then. Geez, a person whose first name starts with A. Bring them to me. If you don't comply, I'm detonating this right now. Sergeant Yodobayashi was taken to the hospital. He's in stable condition, but he suffered burns to his face. A bomb to the face? That sounds horrible. A name that starts with A. Miss Iowie. Of course, that wouldn't necessarily be her first name. I guess, I don't know. I mean, in Japanese, she'd be Iowie Risa. So, who knows? Afternoon, Investigation Division Detective Risa Iowie at your service. Ta-da! Ah, Miss Risa Iowie, I've been waiting for you. Indeed a fine name. Using an alias, perhaps. Extremely cute for a detective. Maybe a model? Oh my word, Mr. Sakon, he just called me cute. Quit getting giddy. Or is that a time bomb? And it's wired to his body. Old-timer, who are you? Old? I'm not old at all, you jerk. Okay, then I'd advise against acting all cool. Kid you not, it's dangerous here. Kudos for the effort, but only I have to die here. What's with this phrasing? Am I to assume that you plan on this being a suicide bombing? Keen deduction, detective. Kooky as it is, this is rigged to blow whether the timer ticks down or you try to rip it off. Sad, isn't it? As for how you can stop the bomb, a keyboard screen on the phone. It's hooked to the device. A password, is it? So if we enter the password, we can stop the bomb we can stop the bomb. That's the setup, right? Shift to guessing the password if you don't want to let me die. Sums up to a thrilling riddle to crack, doesn't it? Seeing how it is, I'll tell you that it's only one letter. Does he really want to die? If so, why would he make us guess the password? Do we only get one chance? So right. Take a chance and type a guess. I'll pass. Chiefly, if you can see what I'm about, the answer should be clear. Will you tell us if I give you a handcrafted bento box? As if that's going to work. Just a joke, but I'd like a clue at least. Tsunamis of flame will engulf me before I answer. So is it just the ah that it starts with then? Tsunamis of what? Listen, your phrasing is giving me a headache. Could you speak like a normal human being? Okay. So, like, I don't know if the translation might make this difficult to understand, because his phrasing doesn't seem that weird to me, but it seems like he's speaking in alliterations, maybe? Because all of his words before started with S, and all of his words there started with T, or like here start with T. Because tell you what, I'll put it in terms your pleb brain can understand. What I'm saying is if I tell you oh wait, no, never mind. Is that I'll tell you the password as my dying declaration when this timer runs out, idiot. So maybe not. Maybe that isn't it. Jerk just wants to use fancy words. Don't worry, we should figure it out if we just keep talking to him. But we just met the guy and we don't even know his name. What can we figure out? Okay, let's dive in. Favorite book? Tom Sawyer. Favorite food? Neapolitan pasta. Least favorite food? Nips of carrots. Special skills? Nubbing crayons. Favorite animal? Next to none. Cats. Least favorite animal? No stray dogs. Too scary. Again, for all of them except Tom Sawyer, he started with N. Or maybe, perhaps, his speech is starting with the different, he's going through the different, hiragana alphabet, like tsunamis of flame, so tsu, and then tell you what, te, and now Tom Sawyer, to, and then na, ni, nu, ne, no. Maybe that was it. Speech quirk. Ha? Bedtime yesterday. Hidden intel, dummy. Stress reliever. Fun in the tub. Other favorite animal. Hell, snakes. Favorite type of girl. Hot and broad-minded. So, again, I feel like this must have been a terror to try to translate. So again, he goes through hi-hi-hu-he-ho. So again, he's just going through the alphabet with what he says. If you have a burden to bear, just tell me. I'll give you a shoulder to cry on. Man, get serious or I'll get this sucker off. Miss Broad-Minded. Get anything from him? Nope. You're not giving us enough clues. Just tell us the password. Miss me with the lecture, old man. So again, he just went from ma to me, to moo again. Mull over giving up before you're caught in the blast, you two. To meh. Me? I just want to say farewell to this awful world. Looks more like a cry for help to me, says Iowie. After all, you're trying so hard to make us guess the password. You set up your shot at survival. Mock me, will ya? To Mo. You know as well as I do that no one sees me for who I am, and this password is to prove it. So from ya, is it going to be yo and you next? Hey, he's shaking. Yup, in fact, let me record my will. Yodobashi, you no good cop. And you, Mom. Rag all you want, but I'll live how I want in the afterlife. Rich in ego, so rich in ego. That's what you two are. Rubicon be damned, I'm crossing it, whether either of you like it or not. Mr. Yodobayashi was your first target, wasn't he? Please tell me what happened between you two. Really? This is so like, props to the translator for this. Really, you should hurry back to your people. Roadside is out of the blast radius. Wait a second, wait a second though. I'll answer one question as a final farewell. Then, what is your name? How old are you? What's the password? What's the letter? No good. There's no time. Is the only letter he hasn't started one with because he can't start a sentence with it? Was that the hint? No good. There's no time. What do we do? Take a shot in the dark and hope we guess right? I've got to make sure Miss Iowie gets out first. Why won't you answer my your favorite animal? Oh, wombat. Because he has to go from wa to woe. So the only letter left then is Mr. Sakon, the password, it's... And then he goes to hit the keyboard. Interesting, so I guess we only have one more chapter. Geez, we're just gonna get cut off then. Man, so bummed that the series got canned. I really, really love Iowie. And this chapter was really good just for that wordplay. That's really, really genius, and I'm sure it had to be just a nightmare for the translator. I just like, of course, the translator's probably never going to see my video or my opinion or anything, but seriously, massive props. It says translation by David Evelyn. Massive, massive, massive props for being able to do that. Like, I know they had to, like, change a ton of things so that it fit the word scheme. I know they had to have, but that's just crazy. That was amazing. That was really, really cool. Last up, we're finishing on 9 Dragons Ball Parade, Chapter 18. So let's jump into reading. We got 2 more after this, and we're in the... are we in the semifinals now, I believe? We're starting them. You'll see who the real star is. Bring it on, Mr. Supporting Character. I've scouted you. Thanks to the video Four Eyes lent us. Please take this. Fine. Inside Tsubaki's brain. Man, I'm gonna miss Tsubaki so much. So, bring it. This was a really fun series. But you know, at least again, it's not just getting cut off. The end's kinda rushed, but it's gonna have its full story, you know? So bring it. Strike 3, you're out. You just immediately get struck out. You're great. You talk big and go down easy. The perfect supporting character. Jeez, the worst diss for Tsubaki. Just completely destroyed. And then, strike 3, you're out. To Izo. And then to, I'm assuming that's maybe Taiga? He struck out the side. Benikoma's Hibase is off to a roaring start. Fastballs, curveballs with huge breaks, sharp sliders, all great pitches. Forgetting the currently trendy strikeout. His pitching's designed to single-handedly get outs, and he takes a similar approach to batting as well. So again, it's just a one-man team, essentially. Benikoma University High School first batter up is their pitcher Hibase. He's leading off. That's unusual, says Ryudo. He's batting first to maximize his at-bat opportunities, thinks Asakita. One-man offense, one-man defense. The thinking behind it is the more he goes up to bat, the more chances he has to hit homers or score. In that case, we'll give him low outside pitches, making it hard to hit a long ball. And then he throws a ball. Fast. I know 2 things. First off, he can really pitch. In that second game, he was holding back. Also, the battery's goal is to prevent long balls. So again, we're seeing that he's also, like, really, really, really smart. I really like this character. Shame that he couldn't, like, flip. Like, it would probably be really cheap and cheating-ish for him to flip sides and join the main team. But I like him so much. How sad that they think that's enough to take care of me. And he bunts. A bunt? Quick, Tsurugi. I know. Wow, he's really fast. Safe. He set high school records in 8 different track and field events. I'm just getting started, thanks to the video Mayu provided. I know 2 weak points of this battery. A technique to get the ball out faster and prevent base stealing. He's running. The first is pitching from the stretch. The pitcher's probably played some other sport before switching to baseball. He hasn't been playing the game for long. In other words, he hasn't mastered that subtle technique. I'm a genius, so it's not a problem for me. Next is the catcher's arm. He's skilled, but there's nothing he can do about his naturally weak arm. And we see him stealing to second. Does the Kokuryu's catcher have a weak arm? It's not that strong, but the fact that he can take advantage of those weaknesses is due to his explosively powerful legs. He's making another steal attempt. He managed to steal third, too. A man on third and no outs. They're already close to scoring. We've got this. Hashiguchi, second batter, Benikoma University High School. Hibase drilled us on how to hit his fastballs. Listen up, everyone, just in case the rumors are true. Choke up on the bat. Aim 2 balls higher. And swing. He made contact, but it's a slow grounder to third. Here you go, fans. World, watch this. I'm the star of the universe. Safe. Benikoma scores the first run. I can win at baseball, single-handedly. Benikoma's back on defense. This is bad. It's not just his hitting and pitching. He's beating us with strategy, too, thinks Azakita. Even after Tsurugi got a base on balls, the next 3 batters all struck out. The game's moving at Benikoma's pace. So yeah, I would assume that's purposeful then, walking Tsurugi, who is the only hitter who's possibly a danger here, and then striking out the next 3. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 balls higher. Benikoma's catcher, number 9, Matsue. The first hitter up, Matsue hit a blooper that fell in front of the right fielder. Yes, lucky. Good one, Matsue. Nice hit. This is bad. Yeah. Now there's a runner on base, and Hibise's up to bat. Now what? If we walk him, they'll have a man on first and second with no outs. That's pretty risky. He might even sacrifice the runner on second and come at us with that base stealing strategy again. What should we do? How do we confront this monster? Don't overthink it. The pitcher will get the batter out. Isn't that good enough? Yes, that's good enough. Well, here I go talking big, says Ryudo. I better follow through. Here it comes. Ryudo's full power fastball. It comes in super low and rises high. The rising dragon. What? Strike. What was with that pitch? So fast. What was that? He was holding back even in my first at bat? As usual, his pitches are amazing, says Tsurugi. They've gotten way faster since last year. These aren't pitches a batter can easily hit on their first try. What's this? What kind of trajectory? This pitch. And he barely dinks it. He popped it up. He swung late. Yes! I got it. Wait, this is... And it ends up hitting the lights. There it goes. Or at least I think that's what it is. There it goes. What he lost in swinging late, he made up for in power. If I can hit a pitch like that, I'm the ultimate star. Did you see that? Did everyone see that? I'm the star of the universe. Ikki Hibise. 3-0. That's a huge gap. Considering Hibise's pitching, morale is weak in the Kokuryuzan dugout. We've lost already, haven't we? The one with the weakest morale of all. I don't stand a chance. We can't beat this guy. What's with this guy? Well, if I can't beat him, I'll run. It's a bunt. Don't worry, I got it. Safe. Wow, he's pretty fast. If we're going to lose anyway, let's at least not humiliate ourselves. Right, Taiga? He starts just swinging all over the place. Just wait, Io. Just wait, Tsurugi. Macho Man Toromoto will show you how a real slugger hits. Just tossing a bunch of bats. Alright, that's interesting. We only have 2 chapters left, though. So, I wonder then how this will go. Will we just make it to Koshien and that'll be the cliffhanger? Like, whether they win or lost, that's not what really mattered. What mattered is they made it there. Or leaving it open for a potential continuation later on. Either way, interesting. That was an interesting chapter. Okay then. I mean, I guess there's not much left to say other than we gotta wait and see what happens next time. So, either way, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of this week's, these chapters, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I'll give you one. It's freedom for anyone. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku with the tubes, or a link will be in the description. Either way, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.